Welcome back to a new segment of AP Statistics. Today we'll be testing out the one-sample t-test. A one-sample t-test is used to look at means by using quantitative data. The data is usually displayed on a list. Our question for our experiment is, are the average number of siblings for students at Eastview the same as the national average, which is 0.9?
For our parameters for this specific test, we are testing the true mean number of siblings for students at Eastview. Our null hypothesis is the true mean number of siblings for students at Eastview is the national average, 0.9, and for our alternative hypothesis, it is that the true mean number of siblings for students at Eastview is not 0.9.
In order to collect our sample, we used a cluster random sample. During 4th hour, we went to the study hall in West Commons and assigned each table a unique number. Then, using a random number generator from our calculator, we randomly selected tables and surveyed every single person from the tables that were selected. We selected enough tables so that we had a sample size of roughly somewhere between 30 to 40 people. Here is a 100% accurate example of how we conducted our sample.
Привет.
Сколько людей твоя сестра брат?
Ja, sie brät
Kamerad. Wie viele Schwester oder Brüder haben Sie?
2.
One lurking variable that we had to address was the factor of step siblings. In order to combat this, when we were taking our sample, we specifically asked for people to not count their step siblings. Before we start our test, we have to make sure that our test passes all assumptions. To check for normality, we can use the central limit theorem. Because our sample size was above 30, the central limit theorem applies and our distribution is normal. To make sure our sample was random, we used a random number generator on our calculator to make sure that we were randomly selecting clusters. Also, to check for the independence requirement, the total number of students at Eastview is greater than 10 times their sample size, which was 38. Our test was a one-sample t-test at the 0.05 confidence level. After using our t-test, we found the t-value of 5.259. This is a two-tailed test, so we took the probability that the t-value is greater than 5.259 and multiplied it by 2. This resulted in the p-value of 6.33 times 10 to the negative 6th. Since our p-value of 6.33 times 10 to the negative 6th is lower than any reasonable significance value, we reject HO. This evidence suggests that the true mean number of siblings at Eastview is not the same as the national average. Since there is no data on the average number of siblings per person nationwide, we took the average number of children per family nationwide and subtracted 1 to get 0.9, which is the alleged average number of siblings per person. This census accounted for families with 0 children, which can't be accounted for in our sample. Therefore, that would explain why our p-value seems significantly lower. In order to improve this type of test in the future, it would be important to gain a census of people nationwide in terms of average number of siblings instead of using the average number of children per family. That's all for this segment of AP Statistics. But before you go, here's a message from our sponsor, the Soviet Union.
Сука, блядь.